Assalamualaikum to all my dear friends and our lovely lecturer. We are from group 8 consisting of me, Anas and AIZAT will share to all about the nature, operation and issues in Ar-Rahnu. Firstly, I would like to share what is Ar-Rahnu. Ar-Rahnu refers to an individual or business offering a secured loan to the public with items of personal property used as collateral. Ar-Rahnu, also known as Islamic pawnbroking, for short-term collateralized borrowing. Secondly, is about the nature of Ar-Rahnu. The nature of Ar-Rahnu is a guarantee that the liability of obligation owned by the obligator to the charger will be discharged in the event of default as agreed in the terms and conditions of the Ar-Rahnu. And then Ar-Rahnu bound the pledge when signing the contract. The pledger does not have the right to cancel the Ar-Rahnu contract without the consent of the pledger. Now, I would like to share about the concepts of Ar-Rahnu. Ar-Rahnu has three concepts, namely as Qardul Hasan, a benevolent loan. This is loan agreement between the borrower and the lender. After that is Al-Wadi'ah Yadhamana, safekeeping with guarantee. The lender receives custody of the valuables, promises to keep them in a safe place and return them to the borrower upon expiration of the contract. After that, Al-Ujrah, safekeeping fee. The Al-Ujrah concept allows lenders to charge a reasonable fee to ensure valuable mortgage items are safe and in good condition. Thirdly is about the legal requirements of Ar-Rahnu, which is Panduan Aktiviti Pajak Gadai Islam Ar-Rahnu under Section 86B of the Cooperative Act 1993, which guides credit cooperatives in preparing Ar-Rahnu schemes. And then Sharia contracts, pillars, terms and conditions for carrying out Ar-Rahnu service, and operational aspects have been set out in these guidelines. Fourthly is about the Sharia requirement. The legality of concept of the Ar-Rahnu has been mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 283. The meaning is, and if you are on a journey and cannot find scribe, then a security deposit should be taken. The majority of the fuqaha agree that there are four pillars in Ar-Rahnu concept as follows. Number one, offer and acceptance, which is siga. Number two, parties in the Ar-Rahnu contract, which is Rahin and Murtahin, the person who provides the collateral and the person who receives the collateral. Number three is collateral asset, which is Al-Marhun. Number four, the debt itself, which is Marhun. I think that's all from me. Now we will listen to the further explanations from Anas Bukhari. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And hi everyone, my name is Anas Bukhari bin Muhammad SUHAIMI. My metric number is 2118447 and I am from section 6 FINC 1301. In this video, I would like to discuss three important things regarding Islamic pawnbroking or Ar-Rahnu. Firstly, operational requirements of Ar-Rahnu. Secondly, operation and application of Ar-Rahnu in Islamic financial institutions IFI. And lastly, gap analysis. Let's begin with our first part, which is operational requirements. Basically, operational requirements is divided into 6 big points. First, governance and oversight. The duty to observe the operation of Ar-Rahnu generally should be carried by Board of Directors, Sharia Committee, and senior management. Second, structuring. Under the structuring part, there are few subjects which need more attention towards them. They are purpose, contracting parties, offer and acceptance, asset as collateral, utilization of collateral, expenses on collateral, redemption and liquidation of collateral, and finally documentation. Third, risk management. This risk management part focus on concentration risk, management of collateral, and monitoring of collateral. Fourth, business and market conduct. Fair dealings and disclosure of information are among the subjects discussed under business and market conduct. Fifth, financial disclosure, while the last point under the operational requirement is submission requirement. We have done with operational requirements, and now let's jump into operation and application of Ar-Rahnu in Islamic Financial Institution (IFI). The first Islamic pawn shop in Malaysia is Muassasah Gadaian Islam Terengganu (MGIT), which was established in 1992. The existence of Muassasah Gadaian Islam Terengganu (MGIT) had encouraged for more establishment of Islamic pawn shop in Malaysia. Unfortunately, it is sad to state that people nowadays are more likely to choose conventional pawnbroking over Islamic pawnbroking. There are few reasons to answer why this situation happened. First, the knowledge of Ar-Rahnu product has not yet reached everyone's mind to make them realize that Islamic pawnbroking is far better than conventional pawnbroking. Second, most of Islamic pawn shops located too far from the residential area, and this make people tend to choose conventional pawn shops as they are located near to the residential area. Okay guys, now it is time to talk about analysis gap. In order to accomplish this part, I have read several articles written by experienced authors. From my readings, I could see three issues frequently discussed by the authors. Firstly, the relevance of internal policy created by Ar-Rahnu institutions. Secondly, the abstract and difficulties faced by Islamic pawn shops in Malaysia. And lastly, how the implementation of Islamic pawnbroking or Ar-Rahnu can bring impacts to its customers' economic life. This had encouraged me and my group members to talk about the usage of Ar-Rahnu scheme, the opportunities that belong to Ar-Rahnu scheme, and the critical success factor of the Ar-Rahnu scheme, which they got less attention among the authors.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is KHAIRUL AIZAT bin ABDUL, and inshallah right now I will explain to you about finding. Okay, the first one is usage of Ar-Rahnu. As you can see, the table right here is about frequency for personal use and investment purpose. The table shows that the majority of the respondents choose Ar-Rahnu for the purpose of personal use, which is 70%, and some 18% use it for the purpose of investment. Personal use means expenses for the individual and their family, such as payment for all bills, expenses of buying a house, expenses for emergency, expenses for any ceremony such as wedding, and many more. Investment purpose refers to starting a new business, expanding existing business, buying a house for investments, saving, and other investment. The second one is factors affecting the acceptance on Ar-Rahnu. As you can see the table right here, shows the demographic frequency analysis for the 107 respondents that took part in a survey. According to the findings, the majority of respondents are not Rahnu scheme customers. Only 43 respondents, which is 59.8%, are the users of the scheme. As you can see, the table right here shows the mean and standard deviation of the top 10 customer preference items. There are three main factors involved, which are Sharia View, SV, Customer Service, CS, and Pledge Asset, PA. The results suggest that respondents' preference for the Rahnu scheme were dominated by the factor of Sharia View. The last one is critical success factors, CSF. CSF are the elements of an organization or project that are vital to its success. The term was initially used in the world of data analysis and business analysis. As you can see the table right here, the Rahnu outlets of Yapim, Berakyat, and Agrobank were grouped together in Cluster 1 because the three organizations were large, had national branch, and had access to large capital. Cluster 2 is made up of local organization with fewer branches and a smaller capital base. Individual cooperative make up Cluster 3, which is made up of Rahnu providers that have their own business concept, and some are franchise. The last table shows about critical success factors. For the Cluster 1, customer trust, which is at the top of the CSF priority list, is critical in maintaining current customers' loyalty and encouraging them to become repeat customer. For the Cluster 2, the item insurance was placed at the top of the CSF list, since getting maximum coverage for the Rahnu business is difficult because local insurance agents perceive the business to be particularly risky. And for the Cluster 3, the highest CSF is staff competency. In conclusion, it is undeniable that the Islamic pawnbroking system has the potential and capability to bridge the country's short-term credit shortage. Islamic pawnbroking does not compete with conventional pawnbroking, rather it compensates for increased demand. The demand for Islamic pawnbroking service has been steadily expanding since its introduction. Customers prefer Islamic pawnbroking service to conventional pawnbroking service because the latter offer quick, hassle-free, riba-free, and transparent micro credit option. And in my opinion, more Islamic pawn shop should be built in Malaysia.